Today's pretty interesting. We have 4 different types of votes before all of y'all, and we'll talk about them. The first is a zone change application. This is Planning Commission Case Z38 2025, application of Legacy Nursery and Landscape GP. This is 12.82 acres, currently zone C, requesting to go to C5 Highway and Arterial Commercial District. This is a tract of land at the northern terminus of Kennedy Lane and Kennedy portion that's exit 4. It's a grassy area, a graveled parking lot installed on site. Has a billboard on site. It's in Council Ward number 12. It's in the St. Bethlehem planning area. The applicant statement is, when I purchased the property, I was informed that the existing zone permit me to operate a nursery business. However, I have since learned that the current zoning does not allow use, and now I need to pursue a rezoning in order to operate my business as originally intended. This is the future land use map. You have mixed use across the river to the west, and you have suburban neighborhood, which matches the suburban neighborhood to the south on Kennedy Lane. And here's the zoning map. There's a lot of different zones here. You've got the existing neighborhood zone 2, some C4 on is a bit of ag in there, and then ag across the river to the west. This is the property at the end of Kennedy Lane. So that billboard on is the property. And looking back, exit 4. All right, department comments. Street department did not require a traffic assessment due to the similarities between C5 and specific roadway improvements would be determined at future development with a site plan. The western boundary of this property is covered by a FEMA flood area, but there's developable land on this property. It's just the far west area where the Spring Creek does touch the property. There were no other department comments or concerns. The impact would be to change from C4 to C5, allowing for a broader range of auto-oriented commercial uses. This is in the Bethlehem planning area. This is in the suburban neighborhood future land use designation and staff disapproval. This request is inconsistent with the overall goals and objectives of the adopted Clarksville Montgomery comprehensive plan. Either the current C4 highway interchange district or the proposed C5 highway arterial commercial district aligns with the future land use map designation of suburban neighborhood. C5 highway arterial commercial district permits a wide range of uses, many of which are not complementary to family residents to the south. In addition, the parcel does not have usable frontage along an arterial highway and limited commercial development potential. The applicant has wished to operate a nursery. While it would not align with the future land use suburban neighborhood, an agricultural commercial district would permit the nursery operation with a significant reduction of commercial use potential. As noted, a FEMA flood area designation on the western boundary. Attention to this condition will be required at development of the parcel. The Planning Commission also recommends disapproval.
Councilman Streetman, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mayor. Mr. T, you mentioned agriculture commercial would be a zone work for his needs for his business. Is this something that you have spoken with him about during the many months that this has been before the Regional Planning Commission?
We've had Mr. Thompson in our office discuss that, but he did decide to press forward with the C5 alternative.
Well, and I know that was something that 2 months ago, the first time that it was deferred at the Regional Planning Commission to allow them time to change their zoning request to a agriculture commercial versus the C5. Could you talk a little bit about the opportunities that would have the could be utilized C5?
Yes, and I'll take a step back and talk about why it's for in the first place, because we're on the property. So this is an old piece of property that, if you can see the line of the Spring Creek, and then over the interstate to the east, this originally was part of that larger tract. And when the interstate came through, it split this side off from that parcel. A billboard left at C4. It's been C4 for many, many decades, in fact. So, whereas we know interstate interchange uses, hotels, motels, restaurants, retail, and then C5 would allow for a